The US strikes on Venezuela have reportedly led to 40 casualties, with Venezuelan officials as well as civilians dead in the operation. The protest at Times Square demanded investment in jobs and education, not in war. Recently sworn New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani also took to social media condemning the US action. Mamdani called the attack unilateral and an act of war that violates international and federal law. The protesters in Washington, D.C. echoed the sentiment as well.
I stand against U.S. imperialism altogether. U.S. imperialism, they want oil. Like the U.S. wants oil, they want to help the corporate billionaires. Bombing is just their means to building power like that, you know, to taking control. So, again, I'm against it.
Former Vice President of U.S. and Democrat Kamala Harris criticized the Trump's move, calling the strikes unwise and unlawful. Kamala Harris said that the president is putting American troops at risk and that this move isn't for American people. It's about oil and Trump playing the regional strongman. With discontent brewing from within and the United Nations Security Council meet on Monday, much is expected to unfold. Trump, on the other hand, treads offensive.
And we are ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to do so. So we were prepared to do a second wave.
Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan president, has been indicted by a New York court on multiple charges, including narco-terror conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy as well. Now, the indictment alleges that Maduro, along with his wife, Sylvia Flores, and other high-ranking officials participated in decade-long conspiracy to traffic cocaine into the U.S. What are the other big charges? My colleague Shivangi gets you more on this.
Okay, let's have a look at the charges. Now, Maduro is charged with narco-terror conspiracy. So one of the big charges that we're seeing here is narco-terror conspiracy. The U.S. for the longest time, U.S. has been saying that Maduro is involved with narco-terrorism, specifically terrorism which is affecting the United States. Let's go ahead to the next charge. Charged with cocaine importation conspiracy. That is also one of the charges which have been against Maduro, charged with possession of machine guns. Now, you know, this is very important because what the U.S. has been saying, and this is not the first time, for years and years, the U.S. has said that Maduro is doing activities which are against the interest of the United States. Okay, charged with possession of machine guns, charged with possession of destructive devices. That is also one of the charges coming in. U.S., we were talking to Eric, Mr. Eric, who is a senior journalist in the United States, and he made it very clear that this is not the first time that U.S. has made these allegations. Of course, U.S. has been concerned about this for many, many years. In fact, we see Maduro has been indicted on this years ago. Finally, U.S. has taken action. Conspiracy to possess machine guns, one of the charges, and conspiracy to possess destructive devices. These are some of the top charges that we see which have been leveled against Nicolas Maduro. Maduro has been indicted by the